Hello, my name is Steve Hilsbeck, and welcome to our next episode of Stuska Vision. We're here in Green Lake, Wisconsin today at Advanced Engine Concepts, and I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Dan Timm. Dan, how are you?
Very good, Steve. Our mission here at Advanced Engine Concepts is to take engines from already at a high level to a higher level than they're at. In choosing a dynamometer for our purposes here, we chose Stuska dynamometers because of not only their ease of operation, but the amount of information that we could get, and also the company that we had behind us to help us to get to those levels we wanted to achieve.
Well, I see here you have a solid master test cell.
Yes, we have a 12-foot by 16-foot, 8-foot tall test cell. The air comes in at the top here, comes across the engine out the back. It gives it a very clean circulation. We can test without stopping. We don't have to worry about anything getting hot. And not only can we simulate our engine and do what we do, but our neighbors don't have to put up with us either.
Okay, so this is very quiet.
Very quiet.
Right. Well, great. Let's take a look and see what's inside.
Okay.
Okay, and here we are inside of the test cell. As you can see, the engine is mounted up. It's on the Stuska roll-up cart. This allows you to stage your engine in another location of the shop. Simply roll it in and it's automatically aligned with the base module. We have a 2-foot drive shaft installed here. This is so you have room for crossover headers when needed. The base module itself, at the heart, we have the Stuska water brake, time tested. Most of you have seen these before. On top, we have our instrument tower with our Power Pro data box, and this will take up to 45 channels of sensors. Well, tell us a bit about our test subject today here, Dan.
Well, here we have a Chevrolet SB2 engine, and it competes in the SCCA Trans Am series. This particular engine has raced in 2011, is here for a freshen job. But we're also here to learn what its weak points and strong points are, and what we're going to do to make it better for 2012 so that we have a better season than we had last year.
Are you trying to tell me there's a race car driver out there who wants more power?
I can tell you that there's a lot of race car drivers out there, and they're all looking for more power. And that's the reason we chose the Stuska dynamometer. We wanted to have all the channels that we have here to learn everything we can about the engine, and then learn what it takes to make it better and go forward.
Very good.
So with that, I think we're ready to go out and actually start it up and make some noise and find out what we got to do.
Okay, this will be great. Okay, show us how it's done.
All right, first we're going to get a little bit of oil pressure. Fuel. This is raw data, there's no smoothing. Whatever the engine does, that's what shows up here. And we can see we have a problem right here. As the torque and the horsepower are coming up, it gets to a point, it looks like about 5,200 RPMs, and it just sort of goes to sleep for a little bit, and then it takes off. We can hear it in the engine, we can see it on here. This is the area we got to work on. The customer's said his only complaint about the motor is it seemed like it has a dead spot. We bring it up here, we see that we have a dead spot, we can fix that, we can have a happy customer and really go forward just by fixing that one area. Now this is just horsepower, corrected horsepower and torque that we're displaying here. You can see we ran it to 9,000 RPMs. There's a lot more data. I can bring up a generated report and it shows us everything else that we set up, basically whatever we programmed to look at, we can show here. We've got some information. I like to look at these averages. A lot of times the engine that will win races, we'll have a higher average torque and horsepower instead of just a higher peak number. Sometimes peak numbers are a lot of fun when you're resting your elbow on the bar and kick back with your buddies, but a good average horsepower engine will win races, and when the customer wins races, you get more customers. So we have just pages and pages of data and all the tools we need to not only see where we're at, but see what it takes to get better.
Well, thank you, Dan. It was a wonderful demonstration, and I can see you've clearly got a good understanding on how to operate the machine and interpret the data.
Yeah, well, it was my pleasure. The dyno's been super for us. The learning curve went very fast. We get good data. We really enjoy the experience. You can see the facility. You can tell how quiet it is. My 4-year-old grandson was actually running the throttle yesterday, and he was comfortable doing it until they opened the door and he realized how loud it was. But that's a testament to the whole system and how well it works and how you can keep your mind in the game, making more horsepower, not all the noise that's going on about you. So it's been very good. We really like the data that we get, and we think we have the tools to really make our customers happy.
Okay, well, excellent. Thank you again. And remember out there, when your customers win, you win.